also takes into consideration the reduction of Belize's greenhouse gases emission by 24 million metric tons of carbon dioxide equivalent by 2033. One of the main things as well is to increase the access or the use of renewable energy in Belize electricity mix from 75% to 85% by 2030. And lastly, it takes into consideration the reduction of conventional transportation fuel use by 20% by 2030, and as well as promote the energy efficiency in the transport industry. The program objectives, the DFC aims to support, like I have mentioned before, the national determined contribution through its mitigation lending. So whenever DFC is financing any project, it takes the following into consideration. One, to mitigate against high energy costs and price volatility, which we all know, if your expenses is high, it affects or impacts the profitability of any MSC operation in Belize. Secondly, we want to improve the operational efficiency and profitability of MSCs in Belize. We need to reduce Belize's reliance on fossil energy, and we need to improve its carbon footprint. We also want to support the fostering or the development of a green, sustainable economy in Belize. So what sectors are we looking at? We're mostly looking at the energy-intensive sectors, which include service. Example would be commercial space, grocery stores, hardwares. We're also looking at the tourism sector, whether it be on-grid or off-grid, in terms of hotels or resorts. We're looking at the sector in terms of manufacturing and agro-processing, agriculture and fisheries, as well as the public sector. On a note, we also have available funds for residential purposes. Some of the program incentives include the maximum loan size can be as up to $2 million. Of course, there are certain conditions that apply. This program specifically have a very competitive interest rate. It's at 6% and it's charged on the reducing balance. The loan payments, and this is very important to note, it's based on cash savings. The repayment terms is based on paybacks, and this can be as long as up to 20 years. The grace period is all dependent on the type of project and the implementation. As well, this program, one of the other incentive is to provide technical assistance. So these are some of the new incentives that we have incorporated for this program. One, flexible collateral requirements. We are now prepared, the DFC is prepared to use as collateral the equipment that will be purchased under this program. The value is based on the supplier's warranty. For loans below $20,000, there's no need for a third-party guarantor. In the past, the DFC used to request this as part of collateral. But for loans now below $20,000, there's no need for that request. Loans above $20,000, we need real estate as collateral. However, the DFC is prepared to look at a case if in the event that we really don't have the required collateral requirement, we do take into consideration some other financial indicators, which would include the IRR, the net present value, and also the debt service cover ratio. These are all ratios that indicate or can demonstrate to us that the project is viable. If there is any case where we have second mortgage available, we are prepared to as well look at that. This would be whereby probably you may have your property mortgage to another bank, provided that that financial institution gives approval, the DFC can be able to take a second mortgage on your property. Other program incentives, again, we have amended. First, we used to require that all requests needed energy audits, but now we're saying any loan requests below 20,000, there's no need for an energy audit. We can provide 100% loan financing. We also have into special consideration for women entrepreneurs. As I indicated previously, that's one of the DFC's strategic objective. We also, under this program, we provide technical assistance. Okay. All right, thanks. Okay. So some of the eligible investment would be the PV systems, which are mostly the common. We also can be able to invest in small-scale wind turbines, solar water heating, biofuels, lighting in terms of LEDs, refrigeration and cooling systems, the low-flow plumbing, and water harvesting, as well as building envelopes. These are some of the investments that we can be able or are eligible under this program. So, like I mentioned, what the DFC can finance is for the purchase and installation of these equipments, REEE equipment. We can be able to also finance the initial costs that may be required as part of the installation. In the loan as well, we can be able to finance fees as it pertains to energy audit, which may entail the project development and design. So all of that can be incorporated as part of the loan. Transportation costs, as well as import taxes and duty, and any other related taxes. This one here, the energy retrofits, we can be able to do it whether or not you have an existing building or probably you have a building that you want to complete. If you want to adopt our REEE technology, we also can be able to finance that as well. What is not eligible is the purchase of land, site preparation. So those are components that we cannot be able to finance. Program requirements, the business must be Belizean owned. In terms of companies, the majority shareholder would have to be as well Belizean owned. However, for non-nationals in the tourism sector, they are eligible. Creditworthiness is very, very key. As you all know, we need to make sure that the clients make the commitment to be able to repay back their loan. Financial viability, the business has to be viable, financially viable, and this can be demonstrated through their financial records. Energy reports, we require energy reports for any, or energy audit reports for any loan above 20,000. Like I mentioned earlier, if the loan request is below 20,000, there's no need for any energy audit report. From time to time, DFC would also request, based on the client's willingness, to share the results of the project. This is one means of how we can be able to make DFC or the public aware of this new technology. So why a DFC REE? To recap, one, it has attractive rates and terms. Like I mentioned, the rate is at 6%. The terms is based on after we have done an analysis and see what would be the payback time. The REE projects are less risky. They don't really have to go through the entire risk analysis that we do with other type of projects. It aims at improving operational efficiency. At the end of the day, if the bottom line is for you to have savings, hence which would also make your business profitable. It helps to reduce carbon footprint, and in some instances, the greening operation create opportunities for niche markets. So these are some of the reasons why you should take into consideration to apply for an REEE loan. We have offices countrywide except Toledo, so you're invited to visit our office. For here, we have our office in Bamapan. Feel free to reach out to us. We have our credit staff who will be more prepared to welcome you to further discuss your requests. You can also be able to visit our DFC website, email us, or view our Facebook. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shol, again, branch manager for our Cayo region. So pretty much what he's saying is that DFC have money for giveaway, right? So you just have to give it back, but we give you time, so you can't lose. It's a win-win. But on a serious note, it shows that one, the technology is available. Two, we have companies here in Belize operating already, doing the work on the ground to do these installations for different businesses across the country. Three, we have the component, the financing component that you can access from the DFC. Very affordable, 6% on the reducing balance, 100% financing, all the technical support. So those key elements are all in place. And it's not only for the audience in attendance here today, but for those who are tuning in to us online. The financing is available. The technical expertise are here. You just have to take that step to contact us to find out more. And we're going to, Mr. Levi Shol and his team, we also have our members of our credit delivery team who are here, who can answer questions for you. We have our RE or sustainable energy providers who can answer questions for you. But we have the people here that can hold your hand to get you to the point of you making that investment, and at the end of the day, start saving money and have a positive impact on our world. That's the end goal.